to be a huge game. As we'll see, the SMU Mustangs taking on the #1 team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that are so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. On the play. Result of the play is a turnover on down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to forced the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time,
Nothing but green ahead. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
woo big, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it. It'll bring up 4th down. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. Yes, the first one of the day out of there. We saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback checking off. Jackson will throw. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and
so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Hand off from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with a pick.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
14, SMU 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. They'll go right back to it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And it's on the ground. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, SMU! The defense takes matters into their own hands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This game might be out of reach by now, Jesse, if not for the benevolence of these guys.
I tell you, I give them credit offensively because they've been aggressive. They just haven't always been calculated, David. They've been way too cavalier with the football.
Aggressive and reckless. Like there's a difference between the two. They've had some success and they've been good, but make sure that my bad isn't turning the football over and giving the defense easy opportunities to score.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Razorbacks are threatening in the red zone. Wide out in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now on the move. The Razorbacks get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Hammond. Unloads to the right. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll run the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The Mustangs are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up and look like pass and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Pocket starts to collapse. Ran through the contact. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Now on the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Campbell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He wants to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Look at the big fella roll. Touchdown, SMU. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Arkansas. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. This guy can throw it. Fires on the move. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first progression.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually finish.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Jackson gonna throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 15. Off he goes. Touchdown Razorbacks. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens we should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lang. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down touches.
He's off to the races. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Mustangs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Campbell. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet Bowen catch is plenty to give him a first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Trying to get to it. He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Well, with hindsight being what it is, 2020, you might have been better off just to try to get the yard. Instead, you really put yourself in a bad situation just eating it on that blitz.
Maybe just being a little too aggressive offensively, right, Reese? I mean, you're in a 3rd and 1 situation. Everybody in the stadium's expecting you to hand it off, so you try to sneak one by the defense and maybe take a shot. But the defense, they were one step ahead, dialing up the blitz and getting home to the side.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes him talk to the hand. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Lang. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Lang. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Caught behind the line. It's Lang. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. The give to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Got it in stride inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his own.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This option rushing attack stresses a defense in so many different ways. That's already their 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
First and 10.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Give to the running back.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
The Razorbacks with the first and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with second and 4. From the gun, the running back has it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run for it on third and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Fourth down coming up.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really, really high percentage. Or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 4 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving out of the pocket. On the move is the 30. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Get it out on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Now adjusting.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end.
Well, whether it's play calling or whether it's the quarterback's decision-making, they're playing it way too safe. They can't dink and dunk and win this game. At this point, you've got to take shots.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He wants a big play here late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he breaks into the open at the 20. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there.